Alright, our last lesson for this geometry unit is the volume of prisms. Okay, so volume is the space inside of a three-dimensional figure. We were doing area before, which is two-dimensional, length times width. Now we're looking at a 3D figure, like a cube or a ball. But these are all prisms, so they're all square-based here. And when we look at what a volume is going to be, we're going to be talking about multiplying, in a sense, three elements. We're going to be talking about multiplying the base times the length times the height. Or sometimes we think about it as length times width times height. Sometimes we talk about the base being like the area of the bottom times what's above there. That's helpful for later on. When we start talking about things like a cylinder, you find the area of that base and you multiply it by however tall that's going to be to find the volume. Okay, same if you have a triangular prism. You'd multiply the area of the base times the height there. So that's where this formula comes from. But if you're dealing with just rectangular prisms, you're usually going to have three numbers there to work with that you multiply as length times width times height. Okay? So that's the idea. So if I have here, for example, a prism with a 5, 6, and 8, then I'm going to multiply those three together. 5 times 6 is 30, times 8 is 240. My answer is 240. But my inches, again, we have inches to the first times inches to the first times inches to the first becomes cubic inches or inches cubed. So I can write that as 240 inches cubed. So we're multiplying all three numbers to find the volume of the whole shape. And that's all we're really going to be doing today. So here's another example. The volume is going to be 4 times 3 times 7. Okay, so 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 7 is 84. We're doing in meters because meters cubed, and that's the idea. For the second one, again, it's 2.7 times 2 times 3. Multiply those together. 2.7 times those gets you 16.2 feet cubed. That's the idea. So today you just have a whole bunch that look like that, just multiplying three numbers together. Very straightforward for today. Later on in our second geometry unit, at the end of the whole summer stuff, we'll be talking more about volumes of things like cylinders and triangular pyramids, prisms as well as spheres and stuff too. Okay, we'll get there later, but for now, here's your basics, and we'll see you next time. Alright, here we go. Volumes on. Let's multiply them out. We have 3 times 3 times 7. 3 times 3 is 9. Times 7 is 63. So the volume of this prism is 63 centimeters cubed. Alright, for number 3, we have 6 times 4 times 4. So we have 24 right there. And 24 times 4 is going to be 98 meters cubed. Okay? Number 5, we have some decimals to work with here, but we have 7 times 2.8 times 9.5. So multiplying that out on my calculator here because I feel like doing that today. We have 186.2 inches cubed. Number 7. Okay, a couple ways of looking at this one. We do have some fractions. Yes, these fractions, we could keep them as fractions if we wanted to, or we could recognize that they're pretty nice fractions to work with. 2.5 is really just 2.5. We have a 4 there, and we have 3/4 is 4.75. So those are ones I probably would convert into decimals. I know I like fractions, but I might as well do that because those are pretty straightforward. I'm using a calculator, and I don't have a crazy looking fraction to work with. This becomes simply 47.5 feet cubed. And finally, our last one for the day, we have 1.5 times 1.2 times 4.5 right here. So 1.5 times 1.2 times 4.5 equals 8.1 centimeters cubed for our last one of the day and our last one of the unit. So that's pretty much it. Make sure you review all those terms and formulas and things like that so you're ready for your unit test on Geometry Part 1. Alright, that's it. We'll see you next time.